ever tried to read a map in a completely dark room?
Oh, wow. That sounds impossible.
Right. You hold the paper in your hands, you know the information is right there.
Yeah, but you just cannot see anything at all.
It is way too dark. And, well, that is exactly what it feels like to explain a fever to a doctor, in a second language.
It really is. I mean,
Yeah.
you know your body, you know you feel sick,
Exactly.
but finding the right English words feels like, searching in the dark.
Well, today on our deep dive, we are going to turn on the light. We are talking about going to the doctor in an English-speaking country.
This is such an important topic.
Yeah. And our mission today is very simple. We want to show you that you do not need perfect English to get help.
This is a huge secret. I mean, people get very stressed. They think they need to read a medical dictionary before they visit a clinic.
They really do. They worry about their grammar so much.
Right. But clear communication at the doctor is not about knowing every difficult word. It is just about knowing the steps of the visit.
That is so true. I remember my first time traveling to London.
Oh, no. Did you get sick?
I caught a terrible cold. I was coughing, my head was hot, and I was like so scared to call the clinic.
Because of the language?
Yeah. I thought I needed to explain my exact medical problem using, big words.
Did you need those big words?
Not at all. I just needed a few everyday phrases. But getting to that point was a journey.
Yeah, it always is.
And that is what we are going to do with you today. We will walk through the whole journey from the first phone call all the way to buying your medicine.
Because if you know what happens at each step, well, your brain can relax. You can
Well-
focus on feeling better.
Let's start at the very beginning. Before you even see a doctor, you have to get your foot in the door.
Right, you have to make an appointment.
Yes, you have to make a phone call to set up your visit.
Usually, you need to call the clinic. Sometimes you can click a button on a website, but calling is very common.
And here's a question. Why do we call a clinic and not a hospital?
Oh, that is a great question.
Because, if I am sick, shouldn't I go to the hospital?
Well, it works differently in different countries. In many English-speaking places, hospitals are only for very big emergencies.
So like a car crash.
Exactly. If you break your leg or if you have a heart attack, you go to the hospital. But if you have a cold or a small pain...
You just go to a clinic.
Right. It keeps the hospitals free for the real emergencies. So you find the phone number for a local clinic and you call them.
Let's show how simple this phone call can be. Let's do a quick role play.
I love role plays.
Okay, I will be the patient. You be the person working at the clinic.
Perfect. Let's do it. Ring, ring. Hello, City Clinic. How can I help you today?
Hi. I'd like to make an appointment. I don't feel well. Is the doctor available today?
Let me check the computer. Yes, we have an appointment at 2 o'clock.
And that is it.
That was really fast.
Yeah, I did not tell a long story about my sickness.
Yeah.
I just said, I'd like to make an appointment and I don't feel well.
You also asked, is the doctor available? That is a very useful word. Right. It just means the doctor has free time to see you.
So I have my appointment. The clock strikes 2. I travel to the clinic. I walk through the front door and I go to the front desk.
And the person at the desk is the receptionist. This step is all about the office rules.
Right. They always need to find your information in their computer system, so they will ask for your ID.
Like a passport or a driver's license, just a card with your name and picture.
And then they will almost always ask for your date of birth.
Yes, your birthday.
Now, I used to wonder about this. Why do they always need my date of birth?
What do you mean?
Well, I am standing right there. They can see my face. They have my ID. Why do they care what year I was born?
Oh, I see. Well, think about how many people live in a city. In a big clinic, they might have 100 patients named John Smith.
Oh, wow. Or 100 people named Maria Garcia.
Exactly. If they type your name into the computer, too many files appear.
Oh, that makes sense. So the date of birth is like a secret code to find the correct file?
Yeah, it makes sure they do not give you the wrong medical file. So you just tell them the month, the day, and the year.
And then they will ask if you are a new patient. Like, is this your first visit?
Right. If you say yes, they will give you a paper form to sign. It just says you agree to follow the clinic's rules.
Okay, here's something I really want to talk about. Every time I go to a clinic, I give them my ID, I answer their questions, and then the receptionist points to the waiting area, and they say, please take a seat. Why do they say take a seat? Why not just say, sit down?
Ah, English culture is very interesting when it comes to giving instructions.
It is, because sit down is perfectly correct, right?
It is correct. But if a stranger says sit down, it sounds very, very strong.
It really does. It sounds like I am training my dog. Sit down, Stay.
Exactly. Or it sounds like an angry teacher talking to a loud student. Sit down and be quiet.
Yeah, and in a clinic, you are probably already feeling stressed and sick.
Right. They do not want to give you a strong command.
To take a seat is just a softer, kinder way to say it.
Yes, it is a polite invitation. It makes the clinic feel like a welcoming place.
Are there other polite phrases they use?
Yeah, they might also say, please wait here, or the doctor will call you soon.
That makes a lot of sense. So I take my seat, I wait patiently, maybe I look at my phone.
And then?
Finally, a nurse opens a door and says my name. I follow the nurse into a small, quiet room. I sit on the special bed, and then the doctor walks in.
This is the moment you've been waiting for. You are face to face with the doctor.
And they almost always start with one specific question.
They do. They will smile and ask, what brings you here today?
I have to be honest with you, the very first time a doctor asked me that, I was so confused.
Wait, really? Why?
What brings you here? I thought they were asking about my travel.
Oh,
I almost said I took the subway.
I love that story. But you are not the only person who has thought that. It is a funny expression.
I stopped myself just in time. I realized the doctor does not care about the subway, but why do they ask it like that?
It is just a very friendly, open way to ask, why are you here? Or what is the problem?
Because asking what is wrong with you sounds rude.
Exactly. What is wrong with you sounds a little aggressive. What brings you here today is an open door for you to start talking.
It is my signal to explain my pain, and this brings us to symptoms.
Right. A symptom is the feeling in your body that shows you are sick. Let's talk about how to describe these feelings simply.
Because you do not need to use complex medical language.
Not at all.
I usually just start by saying I don't feel well, and then I talk about the specific problem, like I have a sore throat.
Sore is a very useful word. It just means painful.
So when you drink water and it hurts to swallow.
You have a sore throat.
I had a terrible sore throat last winter. I went to a pharmacy abroad, and I forgot the word sore.
Oh, what did you do?
I just pointed at my neck and made a sad face.
Well, communication is communication. The pharmacist probably understood.
They did, but I wish I had known the word.
It happens to all of us. Besides a sore throat, you might say, I have a cough. That is when air forces its way out of your mouth loudly.
Or you might say, I have a fever. A fever means my body is too hot.
Right, your temperature is high. But sometimes the problem is not a pain.
Yeah, sometimes it is a strange feeling. Like you can say, I feel dizzy.
Dizzy is a great word to know.
It is when the room feels like it is spinning in circles. You feel like you cannot stand up straight.
Exactly. Or you can just keep it simple and say, I'm very tired.
Now, when you talk about pain in a specific body part, there are two common ways people speak in English.
Yes, you could say, I have a headache. Or you can say, my head hurts.
Are both of those completely correct? I always wonder if one is better than the other.
Both are 100% correct and natural. You can say, I have a stomach ache, or my stomach hurts.
I have a backache, or my back hurts.
Exactly. Just use whichever phrase you remember first.
My back hurts is a phrase I use a lot after sitting at my desk all week.
Oh, same here. Now, once you tell the doctor what hurts, they will usually want to know how much it hurts.
Right. They need to understand your pain level.
But how do you explain your pain level without using complicated words?
Yeah, I don't want to use difficult words like severe or moderate.
You don't need those words.
Yeah.
You can just use 3 simple levels. Level 1, it hurts a little.
It hurts a little.
Level 2, it hurts a lot. And level 3, it's very painful.
That is so easy. But why do they need to know the exact level?
Because it helps them decide how quickly they need to act. If your stomach hurts a little, it might just be something you ate.
But if your stomach is very painful...
Then they might need to send you to the hospital. Your simple words give them a baseline to work with.
Okay, so I told the doctor my problem. I said, my head hurts a lot and I have a fever.
Good. Now the visit changes. You have given the doctor the first clues.
Now the doctor becomes a detective.
That is a great way to look at it. To solve the mystery of your sickness, they have to gather more clues.
So they will start asking you questions, and the very first question is usually about time.
Right. They will ask, when did it start? Or, how long have you felt like this?
Time is a very important clue for a doctor.
It is. I mean, a headache for 2 hours is very different from a headache for 2 weeks.
I always find it hard to remember exactly when a cold started, though.
That is okay. You don't need to be perfect. You just need a simple time phrase.
Like, it started yesterday.
Yes, or it started 2 days ago. Or even, I felt like this since Monday.
Then the doctor will ask some simple yes or no questions. One of the biggest questions is, are you allergic to anything?
Yes. Allergic is a very important word.
If you are allergic to something, your body fights it. It treats it like a poison, right?
Exactly. Some people are allergic to cats or peanuts, but the doctor's asking about medicine.
Why do they ask about medicine allergies?
Because if they give you a medicine to help your fever, but you are allergic to that medicine,
You will get much sicker.
right, they want to keep you safe. So
Yeah.
you just say, no, I am not allergic to anything. Or, yes, I am allergic to penicillin.
Okay, the detective questions are finished. The doctor has all the spoken clues.
Now, they need physical proof. This is the physical examination.
The doctor will actually check your body. They will give you simple instructions.
And they're very simple.
This is where I get a little nervous, though. The doctor puts that cold metal tool on my back and says, take a deep breath. What does that mean in the room?
That metal tool helps them hear inside your body. When they say take a deep breath, they want you to pull a large amount of air into your lungs.
And then let it out loudly.
Exactly. It helps them hear if your lungs are clear or if they have fluid in them.
So they are just listening to the air moving.
Yes.
Yeah.
They might also say, please open your mouth.
Oh, to look at the color of your throat?
Or they say, I'm going to listen to your heart.
They usually tell you what they are doing before they do it.
Yes. Again, it is to make you feel comfortable. They do not want to surprise you. They might say, let me check your temperature.
Then the physical exam is over. You sit there. You hold your breath, waiting for the results.
And then the doctor smiles and says the magic words, everything looks fine.
Those are the best words. Everything looks fine means there is no big emergency.
Right. You are just a little sick, and your body will be okay soon.
It is like a heavy weight lifts off my shoulders when I hear that.
I feel the exact same way.
So, the exam is finished. The mystery is solved. Now I need the solution so I can go back to enjoying my life or my trip.
The doctor will give you advice. They will tell you what you should do to get better.
We found some common advice in our sources for this deep dive. The doctor usually says you should drink plenty of water.
And plenty just means a lot.
They will also say you should get some rest and you should stay home.
That means do not go to work, do not go to school. Just sleep.
But sometimes, sleeping and drinking water is just not enough.
True. Sometimes the doctor has to give you something stronger.
And this brings up a huge point of confusion for a lot of people. What is the difference between a prescription and medicine?
This is the very common confusion.
I used to think the prescription was the medicine. I thought the doctor gave you the pills right there in the room.
Well, in some countries, they actually do.
Wait, really?
Yeah, but in most English-speaking countries, the system is split into two parts. A prescription is just a piece of paper.
Right.
The doctor writes their name, your name, and the name of the drug on this paper. But you cannot eat the paper.
So why don't they just give me the pills in the clinic? Why do I have to take this piece of paper somewhere else?
It is all about safety and double-checking. The doctor decides what you need. Then you take the paper to a completely different person.
A pharmacist?
Exactly. The pharmacist looks at the paper, double-checks that it is safe for you, and then gives you the actual medicine.
And the medicine is the pill or
Yeah.
the liquid. Two different experts checking the work. That makes sense. So I have this piece of paper. Where do I go? I need to ask the doctor.
You can say, where is the nearest pharmacy?
A pharmacy is the special store that sells medicine. Sometimes it is a big separate building.
Or sometimes it is just a small counter inside a supermarket.
The doctor might say, it's just across the street, or it's next to the train station.
So you walk to the pharmacy, you give the worker your prescription paper, they prepare your medicine, and then they give you instructions on how to use it.
This is where time phrases are very important.
Very important. The worker might say, take this medicine twice a day.
Twice a day. So maybe I take one pill in the morning when I wake up and one pill at night before I sleep.
Exactly. They might say 3 times a day.
Yeah.
Or they might connect the medicine to your food.
Like take this before meals.
Yes. So you eat the pill and then you eat your breakfast.
Or take this after meals. You eat your lunch first, then you take the pill.
This is because some medicine can make your stomach hurt if it is empty.
Okay, we have looked at all the individual steps. We made the phone call, we checked in, we described our symptoms, the doctor played detective, and we went to the pharmacy.
We covered a lot of ground.
We did. Now let's put it all together. Let's do a quick role play to show how smooth a full visit is when you just use these simple phrases.
I will be the doctor and you be the patient.
Sounds good. I am walking into the exam room now.
Hello. Please take a seat. What brings you here today?
Hi, doctor. I don't feel well. I've had a headache since yesterday.
Sorry to hear that. Do you have a fever?
Yes, I think so. And I feel very tired.
Okay, let me check your temperature. Yes, you have a small fever, but everything looks fine. It is just a common cold.
Oh, that is good news. What should I do?
You should get some rest and drink plenty of water. I'm also going to give you a prescription for your headache. You should take this medicine twice a day, after meals.
Thank you, doctor. Where is the nearest pharmacy?
It's just across the street. I hope you feel better soon.
Thank you. Goodbye.
See, from start to finish, that was a successful doctor's visit.
And we did not use any confusing medical words.
It really flows smoothly.
Now, we want to try a fun experiment with you listening right now. We want to see how you do in the doctor's room.
Yes, let's make this interactive.
I'm going to play the doctor. I'm going to ask you 4 simple questions. When I ask a question, I want you to answer out loud wherever you are.
Whether you're driving or cooking or sitting on the bus, just speak your answer out loud.
Ready?
Have fun with it. There are no wrong answers here.
Okay, imagine you just walked up to the front desk. Hello, what is your name and date of birth?
Go ahead, say it out loud.
Great. Now, you are sitting in the small room. I walk in. Hello, what brings you here today?
Tell the doctor why you were visiting.
Okay, now be specific. What symptoms do you have?
Remember the simple phrases we learned.
Good. And one more question. How long have you felt like this?
Fantastic. If you spoke out loud, you just completed a real medical conversation in English.
It feels good, doesn't it? And if you struggle to remember the words, that is completely fine.
You can always listen to this deep dive again and try the experiment one more time.
Speaking is like exercising. The more you do it, the stronger your confidence gets.
Confidence really is the key.
So, as we wrap up our deep dive today, let's remember our main goal. Being sick in a foreign country is scary.
The room feels dark.
But you do not need perfect English to find the light switch.
If you learn a few simple phrases and you understand the steps of the visit, you can communicate clearly.
You can tell the doctor what hurts, and you can get the help you need.
But before we say goodbye, we want to leave you with a final thought.
Something a bit deeper to think about. We talked a lot about language today, but think about how culture changes the whole experience of being sick.
Oh, that is a fascinating topic. Culture changes everything in the waiting room.
It really does. In your home country, what do people do when they get a simple cold? Do they run to the doctor immediately?
Or do they stay home, drink hot tea, and only go to the clinic if they cannot breathe?
Yeah. And some cultures treat doctors like gods. You do not speak, you just sit quietly and listen to whatever they say.
But in English-speaking countries, the visit is usually a conversation. The doctor expects you to talk and share your feelings.
So how might your own culture change your behavior? When the doctor asks, what brings you here today, do they expect you to have a tiny problem or a massive emergency?
It is very interesting to think about how language and culture mix together when we are feeling our worst.
It really is. Something to think about the next time you hear someone sneeze.
Definitely.
Remember, you don't have to be afraid of the dark room anymore. You have the map and the light is on.
You are ready.
Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive. Keep practicing your English, keep being curious, and we will see you next time.
Goodbye and stay healthy.